Hello everybody. How you going? Awesome, I hope. And I'm just getting gloved up straight away. I need to mix some paints. And I also want to show you how this one is dried. So, oh dear, excuse me. Sorry about that. And okay, so I'll just pull up the live stream and have a look, change it to live chat. So there we go, that's ready now. Now I can see who comes in to chat and say hello. So jumping straight on in, I need to mix some paints for tonight's thing. So I wanted to go with blue background. You need to stand upright. So I wanted to do some purple, a little bit in there. So you know how last night's idea of the Pourtangle resulted in this, and I was squeezing it from, just stretching this bottle, which is great. But I also wanted to see, I've used these bottles before, that's acrylic paint in there. So I thought I wanted to see how that would go, because I would have much more detail with that. So I thought, let's try it out. So I just need to quickly mix up just the one colour. So this is my pouring medium mixture, which I clarified last night as 100 mils of Atelier pouring medium. Looks like this. And then filled it up the rest of the way to a litre. So then 900 mils of Australia's Flood Floetrol. So gave it a shake, mixed it around, rotated it, all that jazz, and that's my pouring medium at this moment in time. I have had a few along the way. Is that Jose? Hello. I'm so sorry, I can't understand what you've written, but welcome. I hope you enjoy. Okay. So this has got, for this style, I wanted to make it a little bit more fluid for the bottle. That's a very fine nose tip. So I wanted to make it a little bit more fluid. So this time around, I've got about approximately 1 part paint to 2 parts pouring medium. Hello. All right. I'm just trying to get this paint mixed quickly for tonight, and then I'll show you how last night's looked. It's all dry already. How amazing is that? That almost disappears straight away, so I think I'll try and leave it there. Don't know if I'll be able to show you at all. It's too low in the cup. But, so that was 1 part paint, 2 parts pouring medium. That's for, I do have some white to go in maybe with the purple. So I do love the reactions that I believe the Floetrol and the house paint create with the acrylic paints. So this is also a very fine opening for that bottle. But they do have, when they send it to you, they do send tiny little funnels. So that's cute. Hey, maybe I should try a funnel pour with that. That's so tiny. That would have been a good tile size, actually. So, okay. Let's see if this will pour in. Oh, yeah. Here we go. It's flowing. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here? Drop in a bit of white. Move the bottle around a bit. Hey, that's an idea. Even though it's such a tiny bottle. And if I don't use all of it, I can just shake it up and have a nice violet. So last layer of purple on this. And then we'll put that aside. Just about drained out there. All right. I'll just set that in the cup I've got off to the side here. All right. We're not meant to have purple on the canvas, which is why I've got purple in the bottle. So I've chosen a completely different colour to go as the Pourtangle. And just roll that around a little bit. You can see there the white in with the purple. We'll see. Okay, clean gloves. Let's have a close-up before we get into it of last night's Pourtangle, the original Pourtangle. And yeah, so you can see the design, you can see the tangle, so it comes around. You've got the leafy design, and then move along to the next section, and the next, and the next, as you go around. The lines, the dots that were added to fill in over the canvas, they're all perfect. Like I don't believe there was any change whatsoever. And check this out, I'm going to try and tilt it into the light because there's been the curiosity of how does this dry. So we'll tilt it into the light and I'll show you. If I can. Hopefully I'll show you. Hi Mandy, how you going? Oh, anyway, almost there. And I'll just show you this view first. So you can see there, it's pretty much flat as a tack. You can see there that it is sitting on top of the background. It's because it's not a part of the background. So, oh, there we go. You can see around here in that reflection, that glare. So it's flat, but you can see that it does sit on top of the background. So that's pretty cool. Awesome. Okay. And I can't believe that dried in 24 hours. Yeah. You thought it would stand up more, yeah. Wow, that's flat. Yep. So that is, if you wanted to have it raised more, could probably add a gel medium to it or something to give it a bit more body. I'm not sure. There's no guarantee. But something that just popped to mind. Hey Gina Bina, how you doing? Oh, it dried so nice. Yeah, thank you. I'm really surprised it's dried within 24 hours too. But it has, and I'm stoked. Really happy with that. Okay. So I was aiming for light blue, but now I'm questioning maybe would be nice with okay, that's fine. We'll stick with the light blue, but I'll also add some squirts of this Semco mint in amongst it. So I'll lift you up because right now you're right in front of me. And I can't really access what I'm doing around you. I'll be like koala bear trying to hug a tree. Actually, the koala would have better luck. Alright. So again, we start with creating a background. This tube is very low, but actually don't need a lot. And some of the mint. Actually, I might just work on the blue first. So something to always remember to get your paintbrushes washed off as quickly as you can. Because I didn't get to this one till after cleanup last night, it's tainted green. And I tried to scrub it and wash it all off, but never mind. So now I've got a bucket next to me with some water. Try and get this all the way to the edges. Now for this one, I'm not worried about the edges. I will come back to them later with a spray paint or just some more acrylic paint and finish those off. Just by choosing a colour that I think will accent the painting, or just the same colour here. So this looks good to get us around these parts, but we will definitely need to add that mint. So getting this out as quickly as possible. So the thinner the layer, it doesn't take as long to dry. So there's benefit in that. Over that bit of purple there. I actually didn't mean to do anything circular, it's just turned out that way. I'm going to try not to put my fingers to hold it right on the top. So, alrighty. So, add some mint. This Zentangle brand is quite fluid. This tube's just about had it. There we go. Love it. I find that really satisfying. Does anybody else do that? It's really quite satisfying just to listen to the splat and see what it does. Just another random random thing. Okay, so focus on the middle first. Come out. If I'm going to change the shape, I should now, or I just start sending it out in multiple directions. It wasn't about blending, it was just about painting a background. So let's zoom out here. Right. Just being free to do whatever feels like doing next. Awesome. Ta-da! I don't like how that looks. There we go. Alright, so that's our background for tonight. Paintbrush into the water straight away. Now I will put, because that's quite aggressive, I didn't put my canvas up on its legs yet, so I'll do that now. Just because there will be a little bit of drippage, not a lot, not like I'm pouring a full cup of fluid paint. Does just lift it up a little, so makes it feel a bit better. Okay, you're eating mint chocolate. Oh my gosh, no way. Yum, making me hungry. So Tina Bina, wish I could be free and through paint. I know, but even if it's just the end of the tube like that one, have a go. Like, it's fun. Okay. So I'm also might use this green that was mixed previously. Can't even remember what I used it on. But we shall see. So I'll just dry this off a little with the heat gun. Dang it, I must have touched the corner of my painting. Try and get some water out of my paintbrush. Because they're little bits. Finger marks, thumbprints. Right there. Sorry, I do apologise. We are on school holidays, and there are children in our neighbouring houses. So, maybe if I can get just plenty out of that drop. Patch up those corners and set that aside if need be. There we go, that's that one. Okay. Right, no more touching for me. So I'm going to use low heat on low airflow and just dry off this background a bit. Okay, that should be plenty. It's almost dry. So does the heat gun work better than drying with the hairdryer? Well, the heat gun, to be honest, I don't know, because the heat gun is readily available for myself, and the hairdryer is also down there, but not readily available. So I just grabbed that. The hairdryer, you would think it would work just the same, except I would probably choose for a hairdryer, probably more so the high heat, high air. Depending on the how hot the hairdryer can get, or the wattage, or anything like that. So. Rosalia, very nice, thank you. Welcome. So we're going to start with the purple. Just going to give it another roll around because I don't want just any potential white bits coming out only at the beginning like we did with the other one. But yeah, so I'm having a look at, you like the blending of my colours. Thank you, Carrie. So thanks for coming in tonight. And yeah, so what I like to say is throughout this video, may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. So now we'll just give it a bit of a squeeze. There we go. Get into a bit of a rhythm. This is something that I can't really rest my arm on. I probably could, but if I was doing this on paper, I'd be, you know, I'd have my hand resting on the paper. So maybe we might go with 2 dots. So that already, you can't see that. All right, let's change things up a bit. Okay, and now I'm having a moment where I'm thinking, my voice is relaxing to you. Oh, I love all around. Thank you, Gina. Perhaps on this larger size canvas, it would be better to go with the bigger nozzle. But this is what we're here to learn. Might get a bit of ASMR from this on the canvas. Okay. Then it will come out again. Now I'm fighting. Start here now. I'm going to pick it up and come back down here because I didn't actually like the pushing back with this one, going with the resistance. So pushing through it over here. Got carried away with that one. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Some tangles will work better than others, but only one way to find that out. So I'm actually finding that this may be really hard to see on the blue. So, following that. No, I'll keep going with it. That's okay. I was thinking about adding remember to move you as I move as well. It is difficult to see. Okay, right, I'll do my best to finish up and bring you down for a close-up. Okay, maybe just one more up here in this corner. Okay, let's have a look at that. Where did you get the fine bottle and nib from? You came in late. That's no worries, Kerry. I appreciate you still coming in. But that was from Amazon. It's a 50. I was just looking at it earlier. Previously, I've thought it was a 60 ml bottle, but apparently it's 50. And following the video and everything, I'll get the information into the description below. So the thing is, what I want to do with this now, the idea is about seeing what's in these flowers, leaves, colouring in the gaps. I mean, this is something that I can absolutely get lost. I really do zen out. And lose hours of time when I sit down to tangle. So if this were an acrylic pour underneath, thanks Tracy, you're welcome. I would be covering over these sections and you would see the features of the acrylic pour in the leaves. So that is something I will do. I just couldn't find one tonight. You know, I was hoping to have a look through my paintings and find a really nice kind of greenish, orangish type pour that I could embellish. But I couldn't find one, so that's why we ended up painting the background for this one. So with that, I've decided that a paintbrush might be of good use here. So there's not a lot. I just put a dollop on there, pop it into place and coax it into the area in between. But you love doing Zentangle. It's so relaxing. Absolutely. It is, isn't it? And so later on, I'll show again the dried result from last night. So, show you how that looks. So I don't like the paintbrush. I didn't feel that it was giving the nice solid effect. So also come out to this one. Just kind of filling in that space. And let that paint settle and level. So I'm bringing that. Moving back a little bit. And this is another thing that when you're finished, when this is all dry, you could come back in and do some shading, either with some really watered down black acrylic paint or markers, or even put some of those interference colours or other mica powders in with a bit of polymer and give them, a couple of them, a bit of a highlight so that you could look at it from different angles and see that beautiful shimmer, sheen. So we'll just come out, fill this one in. So that's pretty much the process now. This is just the relaxing while doing. So while we are doing that, if you're interested and you have a Facebook account, I've created a group to be able to share the items, the paintings, the artworks, anything that we create with ease and with each other. So that Facebook group is called Creating and Sharing with Tracy. And there's just 2 questions. So if you click request to join, you will be asked 2 questions. Please answer both of them. They're very simple and very simple questions, and it'd be nice. I've gone to the effort to create it and put the questions in and whatnot and offer this space. It's just, I just want to make sure that rules are abided by. There's no need to go into any of the tangents of the rules unnecessarily, and that you're interested in this. So clearly there's not a lot to it, but please do answer both questions. So what I'm trying to do here is just kind of feather this out. Let's bring this one up here a bit more. So I'm also thinking about doing some other tangles on the channel. So it's I have done a couple previously, like on my original tile challenge in 2018, and a couple of other times I've used tangle patterns. But yeah, so can you use gel medium with markers to make a paint? That is my belief, Mandy. So, or there are other polymer additives you can get. I am going to trial a couple of things. Have you seen the, the bloom recipe technique from Shelley Art? That has that untinted house paint. I thought maybe that would work, so I'm going to try that. Yeah. Alrighty. So that's pretty much what we've got here. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave the video with a thumbs up. Leave a comment for those watching the replay and share it with others. That's a fantastic way to help us YouTube creators to share our videos out there. So, just kind of feathering out where I can, soften the blunt edge. So we do have, love my colour choices. Thanks. I don't know if they're going to stand out too much once it's dry, but we shall see. But yeah, so just thought I would try another Pourtangle to see what happens. I do think I've done it round the opposite way now that I look at it. The opposite way as in on the smaller canvas last night I used a bigger nozzle tip, and then I went larger, but I used a finer nozzle tip. So perhaps this one, this is what I've learnt from tonight, so fantastic. Larger nozzle tip, larger canvas, smaller nozzle tip for the smaller canvas. Whereas I was just actually thinking in my mind about having the smaller tip would be able to give more detail. But on the large canvas, you might want the bolder lines. So there we go. I can see that. Yeah, looking very pretty. Thank you, Mandy. I'm not overly thrilled with how this has come out. I'm still keen to see how it dries, how it goes, all of that. But I think with the changing of the bottles for the nozzles, it definitely has made a difference. So, and perhaps too, if I were to change the purple paint here into a larger bottle, I would continue to fill up the entire canvas and fill in all these gaps around the leaves, and then you would only see what is in the leaves. So that could be something that I do later on. So we'll see how it dries and check with these larger portions. So I'm happy with that. So let's just have a quick look for those who may have missed it at the beginning. This is last night. The very first Pourtangle. So it's all dry within 24 hours. So as you can see already, just looking at that and looking at this, how much finer tonight's lines were. And I think that's what it is. This is the difference. Like these lines should be on this canvas. These fine lines should be on this one. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I've learned. So I like it. I've learnt from it. And I most definitely look forward to doing it again. So another 3 L's for the night. I'm happy with that. Let's get you right up close and personal. Plus, after it's dry, if you do shading or anything, yeah, we'll see how that goes. This reminds me of the paintings Rimska does. Oh, has she done some tangles? Or does she just use fine lines? I don't know. I'll have to go and check. I don't think I've watched anything of hers in a little while. But yeah, whereas this one reminded me of Molly, from Molly's Artistry. So yeah, cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I know that it was possibly a hard process to watch with the colours being and the detail being so fine. So I apologise for that, and next time we'll use all these things that we've learned from this process. Yes, go and watch. She flicks the paint. Oh, right. Yes, cool. I'd love to flick some more paint. Yeah, so Pourtangle number 2. Lessons being learnt, experiments being made, Zen happening. So, all right. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, as I appreciate you. Always good to learn new things. Yes, Gina Bina, that is exactly true. And that's what I'm all about. Exploring, experimenting. What do you learn from it? Right? Let's go again, or whatever the scenario is. So thank you so much. And if you guys have to go out anywhere, please take care. And so on that, gosh, I appreciate you guys. You're amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.